What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the channel and welcome to our College Football 26 Coach Hugh Dynasty series, where we follow Coach Hugh Joseph as he goes from being an unknown head coach to hopefully a program building, power wielding titan. Now, bit of backstory. Coach Mike DeZormo, former offensive coordinator on the Sunbelt, on the Ragin Cajuns team that won the Sunbelt in 2021, he has been let go. In the years subsequently, that after they won that Sun Belt, he won 6-7 twice, 10-4. Program's ready to move on because they feel like he wasn't getting the job done. He wasn't elevating the level of the program like they needed to. So DeZormo out, Hugh Joseph in. But why did Hugh Joseph get the job? Why him? Well, he was on the team, the Cajuns team that won the Sun Belt in 2005. He played offensive line for them. And after doing that, he went off, coached some high school football in Louisiana. So he knows the young recruits. He knows the landscape. He also has some success as a high school football coach, so he has a little bit of pedigree. He's their guy. They feel like they have a diamond in the rough. What he's going to bring to the table is trench warfare. Coach Hugh believes in winning in the trenches. He does not believe that you win the game on the edges. Yes, edge players, receivers, quarterbacks, those guys can score you points and be explosive, but you win the game in the trenches. Heavy emphasis on O-line, D-line. Going to run the football, lean on our defense. Hopefully we can create pressure with our front seven, lean on our quarterback in situations where we need to, throwing the football, ball control, holding the ball, possession, winning the possession game. And, you know, the expectations is to win the Sun Belt Conference. And it doesn't matter that he's a first-year head coach. They believe in this man. So the expectations are the expectations. So with that said, let's get a look at the roster, starting with the quarterbacks. And we do not love our quarterback room. Walker Howard's our starter. We're going to go with him, but we're definitely going to institute a platoon system because 6 foot and under quarterbacks are 6'1" and under, 6'2" and under quarterbacks to get the ball batted at the line a lot. And all three of these quarterbacks are 6'2" or lower or shorter. And you know, nothing personal with these guys. Walker Howard's got some good throw power. So does Lunch Winfield, my man Lunch Winfield. Daniel Beal's got some decent size, some prototypical size to him that we might like. But overall, we don't love any one of these guys. And with that being said, we believe, especially Coach Hugh believes that going forward to amplify this team, get the most out of this offense, we're going to need to do a platoon system. Halfback, we love our running back room. Bill Davis, 5'9", 225, elusive bruiser, going to lean on him. Zylan Perry's our impact guy, 5'11", 214, east-west playmaker. Like I said, along with, I think his name's Kendra Williams and Dylan Redmond, the two backups. We're going to lean heavy on our run game. So these guys are going to be very important to what we do along with the O-line. So, yeah, and we love these guys. They all got good size, decent speed, decent acceleration, decent carrying. We don't really have anybody that's going to be fumble-prone or anything like that. And like I said, the run game is going to be integral to everything that we do, even our pass game. A lot of play-action pass, so we're going to need healthy running backs. Moving on to fullback, we don't actually have a traditional fullback. We have Zylan Perry, our impact halfback, who's going to play fullback with us. And then we got a bunch of backup tight ends who, again, are not blocking tight ends even, but we're going to be definitely looking to add fullbacks, blocking tight ends, maybe move an O-lineman to fullback in the offseason because we're definitely going to need a more of a blocking fullback. Wide receiver room, solid, no studs. Got a lot of guys that have size, like NFL level size, prototypical size, 6'2", 6'3", 6'4" guys. We have 6'4" speedsters. We got 6'2" contested catch specialists. But we don't have that one stud receiver that can, separate, and he's got the size, he's got the speed, he's got the catch, he's got it all. Nah, a lot of our guys catching is kind of we have one guy that's pretty good, but most of it is But they're going to be able to do a job for us. So we believe in all our players. I just want to be clear about that. We don't want Coach Hugh, we're not selling our players short. At the end of the day, we have to be honest with our players. Coach Hugh is a straight shooter, so we're going to be honest with our players. We don't see a dude. Now, if somebody becomes a dude during the season, we definitely will give them those props. But right now, we don't see a dude. Moving on to tight end. Like our tight end room, solid tight ends, good size. Again, a lot of our players have that prototypical size that we like, 6'6", 6'5", big bodies, physical route running type tight ends, but we like some more versatility in the tight end room. But again, being that we're a run-first team, a power running team, we're going to need some blocking tight ends because we're going to need these guys to open up some holes and seal the edges for us. Moving on to offensive line. That's actually probably our best group. As you see, Bryant Williams, 82 overall, left tackle, 6'7", 335 out of St. Charles, Louisiana. So that offensive line is probably our best group as a group also, but also as far as depth. We have a lot of guys that I believe if they stick with the program, stick with what we're doing here, Coach Hugh, what we're doing here in Lafayette, Louisiana, that these guys are going to be very special players. You see Jax Harrington, our best player on the team, 87 overall, 6'4", 323 at Erath, Louisiana. If these guys stick with the program, stick with our strength and conditioning, stick with our weight training, we got a lot of guys on our O-line that can definitely do something. Like I said, a lot of 320 pounders, a lot of guys. I think I have a guy that's 6'8", 360 something along this O-line. When we get to him, we'll see. So we got, like I said before, we got guys as you see. Cooper Fordham, he's going to be our starting center. You know, he's probably one of our weaker guys, but overall, like I said, this is probably our best position group along with our D-line. So, like I said, the fact that Coach Hugh comes from an offensive lineman background, and that's his emphasis, the expectation is that these guys on offensive line especially play well. We don't care about your overall. We don't care about none of that. We expect you to block the man in front of you, open the hole that's meant to do, seal the edge that's meant to be sealed. As you see Caden Moreau, another, like I said, 83, 80 along those offensive lines, 6'4", 307. Like I said, a lot of 300-pounders. Them Louisiana boys. That's how we doing it. That's how they doing it down south. So let's get it. We're very excited, you know, to be here, to be in Lafayette and do a job for, you know, the program that we once won a championship for. Coach Hugh Joseph, that is, won a championship for. Like I said, 6'8", 332, Jamarian Gooch, right tackle. Doesn't have the highest overall rating, but again, he's a redshirt sophomore. You guys see what I'm saying? There's a lot of developmental guys that could be going, a lot of development that could be going along here. As you see, Mike Melo, 6'8", 363 on the right tackle position. So again, he's a redshirt senior though, so he's going to be out of here this year. But like I said, a lot of promising edge. Our right edge, again, promising. Ideal measurables. A lot of guys that are 6'4", 6'5". Jordan Lawson's our impact player on the edge. You love it. He's a senior though. But we have him for this year. And the goal is to win the Sun Belt Championship this year. So, you know, Lawson's going to be one of those guys that we're going to depend on. Deontay Riddick, 6'4", 265. Yeah, these guys are going to be very integral. Like I said, it's very important that we establish pressure with our front seven. Again, Coach Hugh, the philosophy is that if you get pressure we run a 3-4 defense. So if you get pressure with 4, you don't have to blitz so much. Not saying that we won't blitz, but if you could get pressure with 4, you don't have to compromise that back end so much, and you can play more sound defense on the back end, and your defense can be stronger. So definitely going to be emphasizing these rush ushers, these defensive tackles, because those are going to be very important groups the way we see it, the way that this program is going to run going forward. We don't know how DeZormo did things. DeZormo had his way of doing things. The previous regime didn't like it, but we're here now. D-tackle is one position group that I do worry about. Like I said, they're going to be very important, obviously, but I don't see a lot of depth on our D-tackle. I don't see a lot of guys. Like I said, there's some size, as always, as you see Kadarius Miller, 6'2", 302. But I worry that the overalls aren't there, which means guys don't have the guys are going to get moved out the way. And in the run game, on College Football 26, the run game is very important. And if you can stop the run, you can get teams to be one-dimensional. You can get a lot of sacks. So, and another group I worry about is linebackers. We don't have any studs. We do have some guys that look like they could be competent and do a job for us, but like Jalen Duggar, 6'5", 250, middle linebacker. So I'm not saying that these guys, you know, they look like they could be competent players, you know, but we don't have a downright stud that has the acceleration, that has the speed, that has the coverage skills. We don't have that guy yet. We will get that guy because, like I said, we run a 3-4. So our linebackers are very integral to what we do too. But like I said, I feel like this is probably our weakest group overall, our linebacker core. Yeah, our linebacker core is probably definitely our weakest group overall. And so definitely going to be looking to improve that through recruiting, because if we're going to win, Coach Hugh wants to win with our defense. Moving to the secondary, solid. Corners, solid. Again, another weak position group, probably our second weakest position group, Cortland Flowers, 6 foot, out of Dallas, Texas, senior, the freshman. But we have some work to do because, like I said, it's not bad, but it's not great either. And so we're going to need these guys to step up and make some plays over this season. And as you can see, a lot of the players, deal breakers, Tyree Skipper, he's probably our best player going forward in our secondary. So hopefully he can cover for us, the redshirt senior from New Orleans. Hopefully he can cover for us. But as you can see, a lot of players, they're not happy with me. They don't have the deal breakers, aren't in alignment. They don't know what to expect. College football has changed so much that, teams like Louisiana feel like they could be hotbeds for talent as well. Teams like the Cajuns. So that's why the move was made to bring in Hugh, because they believe, again, this is a rebranding of the entire program. Not just get a winning coach, but this is a coach that is going to take them into the new era of Louisiana Ragin Cajuns football. I believe that same thing. Hopefully you believe that same thing. And if you do, make sure that you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, because we're going to have some very excellent Ragin Cajuns football for you this season. Thank you guys for tuning into the video. Until next time, y'all. Peace.